I'd wanted to be a dad for such a long time, and my wife and I struggled to have kids, but when it finally happened, it was incredible, amazing experience, and yeah, awesome.
Craig Turton is the kind of dad all kids deserve to have. But even though he makes it look easy, fatherhood is not without its challenges.
And I know how much I struggled, when we first had kids, and the workload at work, the weight of expectation as being a man was just beginning too much. And I think that's, a lot of guys put so much pressure on themselves to be this certain person and be this certain way because that's what they were taught to do in the past. And it's just crap. It's absolute rubbish.
Craig has always been interested in men's mental health, but it's one story that resonated like no other.
The guest speaker says, so let me get this right. You're here with 5 mates, so you don't know 994 men in this room. So why, when I asked the question, have you attempted to take your own life twice? Why did you tell me and 994 men you don't know? And the guy looks at him and says, because you asked me, and breaks down. The guest speaker then turns to the 5 best mates and says, which one of you 5, if any, thought that your mate here was struggling? And this is the bit that gets me. One of them puts their hand up and says, I didn't think it was that bad. And that's the bit that gets me. The feeling of what it would be like to be sitting there and looking up at your mate, not having asked the question.
Craig was moved to take action. He told the story to a few friends, and together they decided to start the group 100 Words Mate to Mate. At its core is camaraderie, belting a ball around, impromptu footy trips, but education is the framework. It's all about teaching men to have the difficult conversations.
Thanks, mate. Awesome. The idea is to go and have 100 words with your mate. If you think one of your mates is struggling, it is incumbent upon you to do something about it. It's not easy, particularly if you're a shy person who doesn't like putting another mate on the spot, but inevitably we say, hey mate, are you okay? And he'll go, yep, I'm fine. Oh, good. And then you'll go, oh, okay, well, I asked. Well, you didn't really ask at all. It's about how you model the question and don't give up. Like, it's not just ask one question and that's it. It can't be just that. So, going back.
While you don't have to be a dad to join, fatherhood was a key motivator for the founders.
I had a chat with my son James. He's 7 years old, and he expresses love and friendship, in equal measure. He doesn't, as a 7-year-old boy, he hasn't got that stigma yet around, you don't talk that way, man to man. It's interesting that as grown-ups, men don't do that as much, and we sort of made the point to each other that, we'll keep that going between he and I very much, because that was the reason I joined 100 Words. Is in a few years that's going to be something that's really, really important for me to be able to see in his life, is if anything's going on, and to be able to have that conversation.
This is 100 Words Meet to Meet.
For everyone involved in 100 Words, from do-good dads to the next generation of men they're raising, it's about sewing together a safety net and teaching each other how to use it.
Kids just want to be told that they're loved. And that's no different from a man to a man, like a mate, I love you. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey mate, I love you. It just doesn't happen enough.